you what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. I'm opening up a head of cauliflower, and I want to kind of get it chopped up. I'm going to try to make my own cauliflower sandwich thins. The ones I love at Costco. I mean, I absolutely adore them. You can make pizzas with them. You can make sandwiches with them. I love them. Well, the last time I went to Costco, they were out. So I'm actually going to just attempt to make it my own. So while I'm chopping this up, I just thought we would talk a little bit. I'm pulling the greenery off so I can clean it up and everything. But so I'm going to get this cauliflower cleaned up and kind of ready. And while I chop it, I'll come back and have a little chit chat with you guys. And then we'll kind of see what the day holds. Okay, so I'm ready now. And if you're new here, bear with me for just a little bit. I wanted to update everyone. If you are vested in my channel and you have come to love us and the farm and our family, you will understand this situation. I mentioned on yesterday's video that Bryant had an emergency. And like I said, if you have come to love us, love our family, love our church, love our farm, you also have a love for Daniel. Now, those of you who don't know, Daniel works for us. But not only does he work for us, he's much like family. He is very much like part of our family. Not only is he part of our family, but he's a part of our farm. We could not do what we do without him. Because of Daniel, it has allowed me to spend more time on the channel and with you guys. So it is because of Daniel coming to help at the farm that we are so blessed that I have more time to devote to the YouTube channel. And hopefully my cookbook this year. And so, but also, not only is he part of our family, not only is he part of our farm, but he's also part of our church. And Daniel is just super special to us. Well, Daniel was here at the farm yesterday. He was working. Bryant had a hospital visit to make, and he was actually on his way to the hospital when he received a call. So I mentioned on yesterday's video that Bryant had an emergency he had to attend to. Well, when he received the call, he was going to just a routine surgery hospital visit situation, but he received a call while he was en route, and it was from Daniel. Daniel was extremely upset, and they had found his father passed away. So please remember Daniel in your prayers. So I wanted to explain why the videos are this week may not be quite like normal. Not only has that happened, but we also have a fundraiser this weekend that we're doing. And so things are just a little bit different this week. But I am going to get these made and let you guys watch, see how it turns out. We'll see. What I'm not going to use them actually today, but what I am going to do is freeze them and have them ready, these cauliflower sandwich rounds, to have them ready to use for a quick lunch. Like I said, they make a great pizza. They make a great little bread. You can make a pepperoni pizza, or you can make like a buffalo chicken pizza. I really love the ones at Costco. So I thought I would give making my own a try. And it's a light, healthy alternative to breads and crust. And not that I'm doing anything to watch my weight right now, but you know, this doesn't hurt. So, okay, let me get my food processor out. While I'm getting that out and while I'm getting this riced up, I'm just going to chop it, and I won't have you guys for that. But while I'm doing that, why don't we go back to yesterday? Yesterday, I mentioned that Bryant had a little bit of a tooth issue. So let's swing back to yesterday and see what happened there. After we left there, we then went to what our church calls Grub Club. Once a month, our church just goes out to eat. Anybody in the church that wants to go out to eat, we find a restaurant that has a big room, and we go eat at that restaurant. So I filmed just a little bit at Grub Club. So go with us to take care of Bryant's tooth, and then go with us to Grub Club, and then I'll meet you back right here while I put these together.
Hey guys, we've got problems. I'm at the dentist. I think I broke a tooth by chewing on something I shouldn't have been chewing on. Hang tight, we're gonna do some x-rays.
Bear with me, this may not be comfortable. Bite together. You don't have to bite really hard. Okay. You okay?
Come up.
It's gonna be a hard tooth to come out because you got some strong bone. All right, okay.
Okay, guys, you can see the crack right there. So the doctor's going to pull the side part off, and then we will decide at that point if it is salvageable. Is that right?
Yes.
If we do a root canal versus extraction versus implant.
It's not looking good for the home team.
If they do an implant, I understand they'd have to do a little bit of a bone graft.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're not sure what we're facing yet.
Don't chew on zip ties.
Don't chew on zip ties. You heard it here first, folks.
Just use straight ace or refill alcohol.
So what Bryant actually ended up doing was they put a temporary on. If it holds and he does well with the temporary for about 2 weeks, they're going to put a permanent crown on. He was so torn. They brought him the price list. There was like 3 or 4 options he had. He was so torn. But if it gives him problems, he's just going to have them pull it. So far, the temporary is fine. He's in no pain, and it works great. But what was so funny was watching him. The suffering was the prices. He was like, oh. But he actually did very well. The dentist was super nice. That place is top notch, and I loved it. So, anyway, and then we had a great time at Grub Club. I had buffalo chicken bites. Bryant got a burger. It was a wonderful evening, and anytime we're with our church family, it's a wonderful evening. So, all right. So here's what you're going to need for this recipe. 3 ingredients. You're going to need an egg. You're going to need the chopped up cauliflower that I've done off camera. And you're going to need some mozzarella cheese. And this is not extremely finely grated, but we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take 1 egg. Hang on, I'll get you guys turned down here. There's a little piece of cauliflower in there, so I didn't want you to think there's something floating in my egg. There's not. I just picked up a piece of cauliflower and threw in there off the counter. And I'm going to give that a really good blend. Now let me get my measuring cup. Let me find it. I'll be right back. And the phone rang. So, okay, and into the egg, I'm going to go in with a cup of my cauliflower. This is a 3-cup measuring scoop. I may not get too, this was a super small head of cauliflower, so I only may get 2 of these made. Okay, and a 1/4 of a cup of mozzarella cheese. I may go in with a little bit more. And we're just going to mix this together. We're just going to bring it together like so. All right, so I don't know how many I'll get out of this. I thought this would be just 1, but this may make 2, so we'll see. I've got Bryant used a bread pan this morning, so I just covered the crumbs up with a piece of parchment paper. And oh, this may make several. And if you can see what I'm doing, I'm just kind of patting it out into a round. And if it starts kind of breaking apart on the edge, just push it back in. All right, so this may make several. I'm just going to do 1 big scoop. Let me move this so you guys can see what I'm doing. I just took this is kind of a small ladle. My oven is preheating to 425. And see how it's kind of getting, separated right there. It's kind of, you want to bring that back together. Okay, this is great. All right. So anyway, Daniel came by this morning and he's doing really well considering, but especially when it's unexpected. His dad was 58 years old, and so Daniel could really use your prayers, your encouragement, and your support, and I greatly appreciate it on his behalf. Like I said, he has become a huge part of our family, our farm, our church. We're just super duper invested in Daniel because we just love him. And we see God working in his life, and he's just such a blessing to us. Huge blessing. All right, so I've definitely gotten 4 of these done with just 1 cup of the cauliflower. So I may get several. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, once these are done, I'm going to freeze them. And so I can just pop them out and use them when I need them. Bryant can also use them. Because if we can lessen our carbs a little at lunch, then we kind of can not indulge, but we don't have to fret so much at supper when I cook a normal meal. Like I said, we're not doing anything right now. I have not gotten back on to the dieting life yet or healthy lifestyle yet, but if I can do something, you know what? I probably should have sprayed this parchment paper, but I didn't. Oh well. Okay, so here's the first pan. It's going in a 425 degree oven for about 30 minutes. Then I'm going to flip it and do about 10 minutes on the other side. And I guess while we're waiting for my oven to preheat and these to come out, I'll make another pan. Well, y'all, I've had this box from the post office, and I've been expecting coloring books for the boys for like a review of these coloring books. So I thought that's what this was. And I got this weird email yesterday from the guy with the coloring books, and he says, "Oh, they're finally been sent, blah, blah, blah." And I thought, wait a minute, I've already got them. But I hadn't opened the box. And, oh my goodness, y'all, one of you, sweet Marla, sent me a gift, and it's been sitting there and I hadn't opened it. So let's open it. Let's see what it is. If I can get into it. If I can get into it, we'll see what it is. Y'all, I cannot believe it. That box has been sitting there, and I thought it was the coloring books. And I was just waiting for a good time to have the boys come, and I even bought them crayons in my grocery haul. Y'all saw I bought them crayons, thinking this box was the coloring book. What beautiful packaging. Oh my goodness. And I still can't. There we go. All right. I love that bag. Oh. Oh. Is it attached to my KitchenAid? It's a grater, a slicer. Let's see. I think that's what it is. Oh, it is. How cool is that? And a cleaning brush. And it attaches to the KitchenAid. How cool. That is awesome, Marla. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that has been sitting here the whole time. And I thought it was a coloring book. I even went and bought crayons, thinking it was the coloring books. And when I got that message from him yesterday, I was like, then what's in that box? Marla, thank you so much. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And what pretty packaging you put it in. How beautiful. It says, Miss Leslie, I hope you enjoy these attachments as much as I have enjoyed mine. These attachments work on my 19-year-old kitchen. Hang on. They weren't ready. I just wanted to flip the shelf that they were on. But it says it's worked on my 19-year-old KitchenAid. Thank you for all your cooking tips and your spiritual inspiration, from Marla. Thank you so much, Marla. I'm so excited, especially when summertime gets here and I have stuff that I'll be preserving and processing. Oh, that's going to come in so handy. That is wonderful. Thank you so very much. And I'm so sorry I'm just now opening it. I really thought it was the 2 coloring books that were coming. So hopefully they'll be here soon. Okay, guys. Well, as soon as they come out of the oven, I ended up getting 12 made. There's 8 in the oven right now. That's why I've got them, one on the top rack and one on the bottom, and I wanted to flip them halfway through. So once they're done with this part, we'll flip them over and stick them in for 10 more minutes. And then we'll be ready to stick the last tray in. So hopefully I've got a total of 12, and that'll be 12 little pizzas or 6 little sandwiches or whatever you want to use them for. I can't wait. So I'll bring you back when it's time to flip them over. Okay, they've come out. They've been in 30 minutes. We're going to flip them over. We're going to try to flip them over. I forgot to spray my parchment. So just bear with me while I work. I only sprayed the parchment on one pan. I just totally forgot. So it'll work. I just have to, there we go. So we're going to flip this one. I don't think we really even need to go in for another 10 minutes. I must have made them fairly thin. Okay, everyone, they're out of the oven. I let this last pan, had a phone call, and I let it get a little too dark, but that's perfect. They'll still be delicious. These do not taste burnt. This is actually kind of how you like them, to be honest. But I didn't flip them. I didn't flip them over and bake them any longer. I just left them as is, and they turned out wonderful. So these make the most wonderful little pizza crust. So I'm going to wrap them up, freeze them, and take them out. And what I'll do is I'll probably put them in the oven for just about 10 minutes at a high temperature just to crisp them up for a few minutes. Then I'll bring them out. And let's say I'm making a buffalo chicken pizza. I'll put some ranch dressing, and I'll take canned chicken and mix some cream cheese and some buffalo sauce in with it. Put it on top, some mozzarella cheese. Put it back on here, back in the oven. Let it melt, and it is delicious. Now, let's say I wanted to make a pepperoni pizza. I would take this out of the freezer, crisp it up again in the oven just for a few minutes at a high temperature. Take it out, put some pizza sauce, some pepperoni, some mozzarella cheese, back on the cookie sheet, back into the high temperature oven for about 10 to 15 minutes until the cheese is melted and ooey gooey, and it makes delicious pizzas. Now, let's say I wanted to use it as a sandwich bread. Let's say I wanted to make egg salad. I would make a nice, wonderful egg salad, chicken salad, whatever, turkey. You could just use this as bread, as is. And I probably, unless it was floppy, and I don't know how it's going to be when it comes out of the freezer, but it may or may not need to be crisped up if you're using it as bread. So here we go. There's you an easy, quick way to make cauliflower pizza crust. You could, instead of making it as little individual small ones, you could make one great big one and have it for just like a big pizza at your house. It is amazing. So there you have it. Y'all have asked me for a healthy recipe, so here is one. Okay, so I'm going to end today's video right here. So I was able to share with you a little bit about Daniel and the situation his family is facing right now, and ask you to keep him and his family lifted up in prayer. I also was able to share with you Bryant and his tooth adventure, and you got to go with me to a little bit of Grub Club, and then we finished up these cauliflower crust, and I cannot wait to use them. The phone call that came in, I do speaking engagements. I do speak, and that was a church asking me to speak at their ladies conference. So that's why this one pan got a little darker than the others, but they're still perfect. In fact, they're actually ready to be used right now. So but I hope you try these if you're looking for a lower carb, or if you were wanting a cauliflower crust recipe. There you go. 3 ingredients: an egg, cauliflower, and mozzarella cheese. And I just did a cup of the cauliflower, and you can use store-bought rice cauliflower. I just think the fresh is less wet than the frozen cauliflower. So I think by doing it yourself, you don't have that moisture to contend with. And probably why they got done so quick and I didn't have to flip them. So cup of cauliflower, I'm about to sneeze. Okay. A cup of cauliflower, 1 egg, and a heaping 1/4 of a cup of mozzarella cheese. So, and that's it. And you just mix it up and spread it out good and thin, and you have cauliflower crust. So, all right, I'm going to say goodbye now. Thank you guys. I know these videos have been different. We have had a little bit of a different week, and it will continue to be a little different as we have the benefit fundraiser this weekend. We sell chickens this weekend. It's just a different type of week. So, but there will be a little bit of cooking. In fact, I plan on videoing our supper. I have done it multiple times on here, so I won't take you step by step, but I'll just bring you with me for what I do today, which will include our supper. So, I will see you guys next time on The Farm and Pastor's Wife. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.